Now, air forces from 14 countries are participating in the multinational live fly exercise in Innosure's 2025. The prestigious exercise is being hosted by Greece's Hellenic Air Force.
The main purpose of this exercise is a large-scale tactical level exercise where countries...
It's a great opportunity for us to work in some high-density areas with a lot of nations participating.
This year's drill includes air forces from France, Italy, the United States, Israel, and Qatar, among others.
When you think of military superpowers, who comes to your mind? It's probably the usual giants, the United States, China, or maybe Russia. But what if in the southeastern corner of Europe, a seemingly quiet nation is gearing up for a transformation so massive, so strategic, and so technologically advanced, it feels less like real life and more like the plot of a next-generation war movie? That nation is Greece. Yes, the land of philosophers, olive oil, and ancient ruins is now rewriting its military playbook in real time. We're talking about an insane defense overhaul that's turning heads across NATO and leaving regional rivals scrambling to catch up. From stealth jets to next-gen warships and cyber-ready command networks, Greece is not just preparing for the future of warfare. So how does a country crushed by debt suddenly start buying fifth-generation fighter jets? So how does a nation surrounded by geopolitical chaos go from underfunded and underestimated to one of NATO's fastest modernizing forces? Greece is undergoing its most dramatic military transformation since the Cold War, and it's not happening quietly. Yes, we're talking about a jaw-dropping 25 billion euro modernization. Not over decades, but in just a few years. That kind of spending is not just a budget line, it's a bold declaration that Greece is back, and it's not playing defense anymore. So why now? Why this fast? And what does it say about the new battlefield unfolding across the Mediterranean? Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis is not sugarcoating this. He called it the most drastic transformation in the history of the country's armed forces. So what exactly is Greece preparing for? Because if this is just the beginning, the rest of Europe better be paying attention. While many NATO countries are still dragging their feet to meet the 2% GDP defense spending target, Greece is not just meeting it, it's blowing past it with the force of a fighter jet breaking the sound barrier. In 2024 alone, Greece allocated a staggering 3.1% of its GDP to defense. That puts it in NATO's top 5 for military spending, ahead of economic giants like Germany, France, and even the United Kingdom. Let that sink in for a second. We're talking about a country with a population of just over 10 million people, outspending some of the most powerful and historically dominant military forces in the alliance. Why? Because for Greece, military strength isn't a luxury. It's not about showing off shiny toys or climbing global rankings, it's about survival. With tensions flaring in the eastern Mediterranean, long-standing disputes with Turkey, and a region that seems more unpredictable by the day, Greece doesn't have the luxury of being unprepared. So while others debate defense budgets in committee rooms, Greece is building missiles, upgrading fleets, and writing checks it absolutely plans to cash. In steel, in speed, and in strength. At the center of Greece's military transformation is a defense marvel so ambitious, it sounds like something pulled straight from mythology. It's called the Achilles shield. And just like the hero it's named after, it's built to be unstoppable. With a jaw-dropping 2.8 billion euro price tag, this multi-layered air defense system isn't just another upgrade. It's a full-blown revolution in how Greece defends its skies, its seas, and its sovereignty. Set to go fully operational by 2027, the Achilles shield isn't just a shield, it's a digital fortress. We're talking about a single integrated high-tech network that includes anti-missile and anti-ballistic defense anti-aircraft capabilities, anti-drone systems, anti-ship precision strikes, anti-submarine warfare. That's not a defense system, that's a 360-degree warfighting ecosystem. And here's the real kicker. It's powered by AI, networked sensors, and real-time battlefield coordination. This isn't just buying new gear, it's an entirely new mindset. As Defense Minister Nikos Dendias put it, we're moving beyond the outdated notion of solely relying on the fleet to defend the Aegean. But modern warfare isn't just about what you can see. While Greece builds ships and flies jets, it's also waging war in a far less visible arena, cyberspace. Greece has quietly ramped up its cyber defense command, integrating real-time threat detection, network hardening, and artificial intelligence into military systems. The Achilles shield isn't just defending the skies, it's wired to defend against cyber sabotage, electronic warfare, and hostile digital intrusions. In partnership with NATO's Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, Greek cyber teams are training to counter ransomware threats, fake information campaigns, and even hostile drone swarm attacks. And it's not just theory. Greece is now conducting regular red team or blue team exercises, simulating full-spectrum cyber attacks to stress test its systems, from critical infrastructure to battlefield communications. Because in the age of hybrid warfare, a hacked radar is as dangerous as a missile. And Greece is making sure its systems are as digitally bulletproof as its warships are armored. If you are enjoying this deep dive, please like this video and consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring more global insights and perspectives. And now, let's return to the video. To complement its cyber defenses and manned air fleet, Greece is now investing heavily in unmanned aerial and naval systems. The most prominent is the Heron Male UAV, leased from Israel, a drone capable of flying at altitudes over 30,000 feet for more than 40 hours. Equipped with high-resolution cameras and advanced radar, the Heron acts as Greece's all-seeing eye, patrolling vast maritime zones, tracking suspicious naval activity, and relaying real-time intelligence back to command centers. But the sky isn't the only domain being automated. Greece is now co-developing autonomous naval drones in partnership with Israeli and European defense firms. These unmanned surface vessels are designed for mine detection, coastal surveillance, and anti-submarine warfare, all without putting a single sailor in harm's way. It's a strategic shift that proves one thing: Greece isn't just training soldiers, it's building a battlefield where humans and machines fight side by side, intelligently, autonomously, and relentlessly. So on July 25th, 2024, Greece made history. It officially joined the elite F-35 Global Alliance, confirming the purchase of 20 F-35 Lightning II jets, with an option to double that number. So what's the cost? A jaw-dropping 3.47 billion euros. But in the eyes of military analysts and defense strategists, it's worth every cent. Because these aren't just fighter jets, they're flying command centers, armed with next-generation sensors, stealth capabilities that make them nearly invisible to radar, and surgical strike precision that redefines air dominance. The F-35 doesn't just fly, it collects, analyzes, and relays battlefield data in real time, becoming the nerve center of any modern combat scenario. The timeline is locked in. Deliveries will begin in 2028. Greek pilots will train in the United States until 2030, mastering the complex systems and tactics of fifth-generation warfare. By 2033, the full fleet will be operational at Andravida Air Base, turning it into one of the most advanced fighter hubs in Europe. Once these jets are airborne, Greece won't just be upgrading its air force, it'll be stepping into an entirely new era of warfare. Joining an exclusive club that includes the US, UK, Japan, and Israel, Greece will be among the few nations equipped for true fifth-generation combat. Now let's dive, literally, into Greece's growing dominance underwater. Greece is acquiring 4 new submarines in a bold shift from coastal defense to long-range deterrence. 2 of them will be equipped with land attack cruise missiles capable of striking targets more than 1,000 kilometers away. So what are the designs under consideration? Germany's Type 2 14/218, France's Scorpion, and Sweden's A26. That's like picking between Ferraris, all cutting edge. On top of that, Greece is investing 1 billion euros to upgrade its existing Type 2 14 Papanikolas-class submarines with state-of-the-art sonar, torpedoes, and combat systems. And why the sudden urgency? Just one word: Turkey. With Turkey building a fleet of 12 modern submarines and advancing its indigenous Milden class, Greece knows it needs to punch back harder and quieter. First, there are the Rafale F-3Rs from France, sleek and deadly, armed with Meteor missiles capable of striking targets well beyond visual range. These aren't just fighters, they're long-range hunters designed to dominate the skies long before the enemy even knows they're there. Then came the F-16 Vipers, upgraded to cutting-edge Viper configuration, giving new life to one of the most battle-tested aircraft in the world. With advanced radar, modern avionics, and enhanced weapon systems, these Vipers are no longer aging workhorses. They're lethal, agile predators. And finally, the crown jewel. The F-35 Lightning II Wanus. Stealthy, networked, and digitally invincible, these jets complete the triad. They don't just fly, they orchestrate. They gather battlefield intelligence, coordinate strikes, and command entire combat operations in real time. Each aircraft brings something unique. Together, they form a symphony of speed, stealth, and precision. A layered force that can strike first, strike hard, and vanish. The Greek Navy's crown jewels are the French-built Belharra-class frigates. Equipped with advanced radars, missile systems, and anti-submarine tools, these ships aren't just war-ready, they're war-winning. Combined with fast-attack missile boats and upgraded Miko frigates, Greece's navy is now capable of controlling both deep-sea zones and tight coastal straits with ease. Today, the Greek army commands over 1,300 tanks, including the formidable Leopard 2 A6HLs, widely regarded as some of the most advanced main battle tanks in all of Europe. These machines aren't just built for show, they're built to dominate the battlefield with precision, power, and speed. Backing them up are modernized PZH-2000 howitzers capable of raining high explosive fire on distant targets with deadly accuracy. And for even greater range, Greece now fields MLRS systems, multiple launch rocket systems that can strike deep, hard, and fast. It's not just firepower, it's a deterrent. So, if anyone out there is thinking of testing Greece's borders, here's a bit of free advice. Maybe not. But here's where things really get interesting. It's not just about what Greece is buying, it's about what Greece is building. In a bold policy shift, new laws now require that at least 25% of all major defense contracts flow through domestic industry. And the results? They're already making waves. Hellenic aerospace industry is producing cutting-edge anti-drone systems, the same ones currently being deployed in real-world operations during Red Sea patrols. Meanwhile, Theon International, a name few outside the defense world knew a decade ago, is now exporting night vision systems across the globe, from NATO partners to special forces in Asia. On top of that, Greece is pouring 800 million euros into defense innovation over the next decade, building out research hubs, accelerating local manufacturing, and striking high-tech partnerships with Israeli firms on autonomous underwater systems. The actual vision is to transform Greece from a buyer into a builder, to create a self-sustaining defense ecosystem, one that exports as much as it imports, not just a client of global arms giants, but a player, a producer, a force. None of this is happening in a vacuum. The Eastern Mediterranean is a geopolitical pressure cooker, and the temperature is rising fast. Turkey has been flexing hard, pushing its controversial Blue Homeland doctrine with the massive Mavi Vatan 25 drills. We're talking 87 naval vessels, 20,000 personnel, and 7 submarines, all maneuvering just off Greece's maritime doorstep. It wasn't just a show of force, it was a message, and Greece heard it loud and clear. In response, Athens has been anything but passive. It has deployed self-sufficient military units across its Aegean islands, transforming them into fortified outposts. It has integrated Israeli missile systems with a striking range over 300 kilometers, giving it deep reach capabilities. And it's tightening defense alliances with France, Israel, and the United States. As tensions rise, Greece has taken a lead role in NATO joint drills, hosting large-scale air and naval exercises across the Aegean and Eastern Mediterranean. These aren't just token displays of unity, they're high-intensity simulations of real-world conflict. Take exercise Iniokos, now one of NATO's most complex and advanced aerial drills. Greek skies have seen F-35s from the US, Rafales from France, Eurofighters from Italy, and Israeli F-15s all training together, executing precision strikes, cyber defense coordination, and anti-access area denial scenarios. On the seas, Poseidon and Medusa drills have brought together navies from Egypt, Cyprus, France, and the UAE, training alongside Greece in everything from submarine tracking to amphibious operations. These drills aren't just symbolic. They're Greece's live fire rehearsal for modern war, showing the world it can lead, coordinate, and fight shoulder to shoulder with the best. Greece isn't just protecting itself. It's leading Europe's military evolution. By being the first EU country to use relaxed fiscal rules for defense, Greece has unlocked 650 billion euros in off-budget defense options through EU frameworks. It's also a major player in PESCO projects, European Defense Fund initiatives. Simply put, Greece is no longer just guarding its own borders, it's helping guard Europe's. So why does this comeback matter? Because Greece is positioning itself as a cornerstone of NATO's southeastern flank, a leader in European defense innovation, a bridge between Western military power and Eastern geopolitical tensions. This isn't just a comeback, it's a transformation, and it's happening right now. By 2036, if all goes according to plan, Greece won't just be another NATO member, it will be one of Europe's most militarily advanced nations. A country that once struggled with financial crises is now commanding the skies, patrolling the seas, and dominating cyberspace. So next time someone asks you to name a military superpower, don't just say the usual suspects. Say Greece. Because this isn't just a comeback story, it's the rebirth of a warrior nation. If you found this analysis valuable, please consider subscribing to Ceasefire Now for more deep dives into geopolitics. We would love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let us know what you think. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.